We're continuing our series on young leaders. And with me today is Nicole French, a 19-year-old Western University student. Hi, Nicole.
Hello.
Recently, you made the decision to be baptized, which I think is a particularly significant decision in the life of a 19-year-old because it's a moment where you're willing to publicly declare your faith in Jesus. Why now?
I would say there came to a point in my life where I had to choose either to go this way or that way, and I've grown up in a home with God for my whole life, and I guess that decision came about a year and a half ago when my brother had made the decision to take his life. And after that experience, I knew that there couldn't not be a God, and that getting through that time without him would be impossible. So I would say I made the decision really to strongly follow him then, and then went to New Zealand for Bible school 3 weeks following his death. And in that time, it just made it so much more clear how important he is in my life. And when he is in control, life is not only possible, but it can be incredible. So I guess that's when I made the decision, and then came home and got baptized.
Now Dylan was quite a character, and as you know, I've talked a lot about Dylan following his death. In a sense, for you and your parents, it's caused you to relive that experience because, as I tell his story, to try and be helpful to others. How does it impact you when I talk about Dylan in that way?
I think it still is at the point where it still kind of hurts every time that he's spoken about, but I feel like in the way that he's represented through the things that you're doing through Crossroads definitely honors his person, and I think it is bringing light to the situation of suicide and helping others, so I can't imagine a better way to use his story.
What was it like being Dylan's little sister?
It was an adventure. It was we were like the best of friends when we were little kids, and I was always running around trying to keep up with whatever he was doing. But I'd say as we grew up, kind of through elementary school and high school, he began to make some choices that I would say were different than my own. So I'd say he was the perfect role model for me through his high school years. He definitely showed me how to treat others with respect and how to really love other people, but also showed me a distinct difference between right and wrong. I think that was a good example for me at the time.
So you seem to have, even in the face of that, been able to stand up for things you believe were right, even in the face of that kind of pressure and the normal pressures on teenagers. What gives you that kind of resiliency, do you think?
I don't know, I guess having God as a rock in your life makes decisions a lot, I would say, easier and harder, because you know the decision that needs to be made, although it may be hard to make, but you know that God is there no matter what. Even if you don't make the right decision, he'll still be there to catch you.
And Dylan respected your decisions, even though they were different than his. Did you know that?
Sometimes.
And I know that because he told me so. So in an interesting way, as you chose things differently, but he could see that you were choosing well. And he actually respected you for that a lot. Nicole, you seem to get along well with your parents. Not every teenager does. Why do you think that is?
I wouldn't say it's always perfectly amazing, but I'd say a lot of it has to do with respect. My parents definitely know when things are important to me and when I make clear that things are important in my life, and they respect my decisions and things that matter to me. And I would say that I mutually respect them and their decisions when things are no or things are yeses. So I think that picture of mutual respect is definitely a big part of it. I feel like I've learned a lot since coming home from New Zealand about submission as well. Being a child and being willing to submit to your parents and their rules, which isn't always the case, but I try to.
Nicole, you're one of the most courageous young ladies I know. And God does not allow difficult or terrible things to happen to people without purposely using those things. And you've been through a life experience that is unusual, and your faith is strong. And I know our viewers also are prayer warriors. So as they've heard your story today, I know that they will join with me in continuing to pray for you and your family and everything that everything that you need, God will provide to you. Thanks for being with us today, Nicole.
Thank you.